afternoon. Welcome to Pets on Parade, which is brought to you by 3TV. I'm Ashley Boble from the Arizona Humane Society.
And I'm Carrie Hughes. Thank you so much for joining us today.
We've got a great show in store for you today. You know, the weather is heating up. Just ask our boxer friend Rosie, who suffered from heat stroke. With the excessive heat warning this week, we'll tell you how you can cool your pet off if they show signs of heat stress. And you can hear about a Labrador puppy who found herself in a fishy situation with an embedded hook in her mouth. Plus, meet Sky and hear about the life-saving work that occurred today in our Second Chance Animal Hospital.
But let's first meet little Wren here, who was rescued by a good Samaritan named Mr. Doherty from what could have been a devastating fate. Mr. Doherty was driving down 27th Avenue in Cactus when he saw Wren running just inches away from the street, and he stopped to help the little tabby. It took an hour for him to wrangle up Wren, but when he did, he noticed Wren had a wound on his face, and he brought him to our shelter where our medical team cleaned him up. Then Mr. Doherty offered to foster Wren for a few days until his wound healed. Wren is good with big dogs and is such a cuddle bug, and look at how adorable he is.
Just purring away here on the show today. Great story to start off the show. A kitty named Palmer, a stray orange tabby, was reunited with her owner after 2 weeks apart. Emergency animal medical technician Lori Cooper picked up the skinny stray and noticed a lost cat flyer hanging in the neighborhood. She called the listed number, and the owner, who had suspected Palmer was long gone, was absolutely thrilled to hold her feline friend once again. And you know, it's just a great tip to check the neighborhood for those lost pet signs if you do find a stray.
Absolutely. Well, we have tons of four-legged companions on today's show. Let's get it started off with little Rosie here. She is looking for a bud.
She is certainly a wonderful girl. She's 1 year old. She was found abandoned at the Sunny Slope location with a litter of 5 kittens that were pretty close to being newborn. Luckily, the next morning, staff went out and found them and brought them in, and they were just very hungry, but they weren't overheated or suffering from any real medical trauma. So this little girl here is ready to go into forever home. She's super affectionate, on the quiet side. She loves cats. So if you have a cat, you've been thinking about bringing a dog into the family, this may certainly be the one. Now, the 5 kittens that were with her went into our foster program and are currently undergoing some weight gain with some love in that foster family, and then they will come up for adoption as soon as they hit the right weight.
You know, Rosie is feline friend for a foster family. They're currently hanging out in our kitten nursery, which is just full of little kitties who need love and care from our compassionate staff and volunteers, just to ensure they get off to a healthy start and are properly socialized and they gain enough weight to eventually find their new homes. The kitten nursery right now is just overflowing with adorable kittens during this time of year, and between staffing, medical care, vaccinations, toys, litter, food, and other supplies, it will cost more than $70,000 a year to run our nursery and save the lives of these precious kitties. But with your support and donations such as these listed here, we can save between 400 and 800 kittens this year. We also want to give a special thanks to Nita from Glendale, who donated 13 toothbrushes for our feline kitties after watching last week's show. So thanks, Nina.
Well, next up we have Ancho here, and he's a 5-year-old German Shepherd who's so well-mannered, and as you can see, mellow. He just really wants to hang out with people. Perry, tell us all about him.
Well, you know, German Shepherds are smart. Everybody knows that. You know why you know that with this guy? When it's 115 degrees outside, what do? You come in here and you lay down like this and you take it easy, and that's just what Ancho's doing. And you're right, Carrie. This dog is a stray. We don't know a lot about him, except I will tell you he is very, very well behaved. He walks just great on a leash. He's a piece of cake. Gets along with all the animals here. He is a beautiful shepherd. I can't believe this dog's a stray. He's 75 pounds right now. He should probably be maybe 85 or 90, so another 10 or 15 pounds. He is a striking dog. He is a beauty. Again, he walks great on a leash. If you're a shepherd fan, and I think lots of people are out there, come on down and check out the beautiful 5-year-old Ancho.
He just wants a tiled floor to lay on in his new home. Well, you may have heard that we had a small fire at our Sunny Slope campus last week. It was rather scary. We're so thankful that, you know, all the critters and pets and staff were okay. It was just absolutely terrifying. What could have been a lot worse. But, you know, over the past week, we've collected more than towels and blanket donations, and that would be just critical in helping keep our pets safe and warm and comfortable while they wait for their new homes. It's just truly remarkable how our community came together and rallied behind our homeless pets, and we're just so grateful for all of the amazing support out there.
Absolutely.
Lots of towels.
I love it. Butter is a single British short-haired blend who's looking for someone who enjoys music, reading, and watching the sunrise while enjoying a morning cup of coffee on the porch. Lisa, this is such a little laid-back fella.
Butters is only 2 years old, but he is very, very, very calm. He loves these soft chin scratches. He likes everything in his world to go very slowly. So if you have a calm home, Butters would be pleased to join right in. He will find himself draped over your couch, or sometimes he'll drape himself over your newspaper while you're trying to read in the morning. He's very sorry about that, but he is an expert napper as well. So Butters, very calm, and he was surrendered due to cost, but he promises he won't cost much. He's just going to look for a cool place to lay in your house for the summer.
Love those big chipmunk cheeks on that handsome British Shorthair. Thanks, Lisa. Well, come take a look at Mason. He's a handsome Australian cattle dog, and he is just loves some serious playtime, and then he likes to snuggle up for some well-deserved petting and belly rubs. Perry, this is just a really well-mannered guy who likes to have fun, and he's super smart with his breed.
You're right, Ashley, another herding breed dog, and he's just as smart as Ancho is. He came to us from Maricopa County. This is our New Hope program where we take animals from the Maricopa County facility and try to give them another little start at our place. And somewhat of a puppy, a 1-year-old, but like you said, very well behaved, walks nicely on a leash. This is a great dog for Arizona. They're great hiking dogs. Maybe not this time of the year, but most of the time of the year, very Velcro-ish, will stay with you all the times. A breeze to teach new things to. Agility dogs, they do it all. This is a really pretty Aussie Shepherd, Mason.
Oh, she's beautiful. Well, a few weeks ago, we had a Queensland heeler named Wiley on the show. He had been badly mistreated by his previous owner, but was adopted, and boy, he couldn't have found a sweeter family. His new pet parents arrived at the shelter with dog toys and treats, and Wiley carried his new toy all the way to the car and all the way home. He gets along with his other canine roommates, and the family says Wiley is the sweetest boy ever. Up next, we have Adrianna, and she's a young Parcels Ressens Terrier. She can be a bit of a diva sometimes, but she lives for a game of fetch, and with an abundance of energy to burn, she'd do best with someone who'd enjoy a brisk outdoor walk with her.
She definitely would do good with someone who's have an active lifestyle, or maybe some older kids that want to play in the yard with her and play ball with her and stuff like that. She came from the Yavapai Humane Society, so there's not a whole lot of history behind her. She does greet the other dogs in the facility here very, very well. She's well-mannered. She will do tricks for some milk bones. However, she's a little nervous now in the studio. If you're looking for this type of terrier but don't want to have to go through that whole puppy stage where they're really full of energy, then this girl might just be the answer for you.
Don't see very many purebreds like her in the shelter. Great dogs, just especially if you live an active lifestyle. Thanks, Ski. What a cutie she is. Now, Father's Day is tomorrow, but there is still time to send Dad an e-card. Not only can you personalize the message of love, but you're also helping homeless pets in need, and you can see all of the Father's Day e-cards by visiting azhumane.org.
Well, stay with us and hear how 3TV's chief meteorologist Royal Norman helps take care of homeless rabbits when we come back.